Welcome to Simple and Savored with the Bald Guy, Simple Haircut. We have a new series. It's soup season, and this is going to be Tanya's favorite series because she loves soup. So we're going to be making multiple soups here, probably for the next 5 to 10 videos. So keep following us, keep joining us. It's cold and dreary in the Northwest, so come warm up with us. Okay, pull back.
I'll be you.
Okay. Okay, let's take a look at what we're going to make. It's a really simple, we'll just walk through the process. We're doing a Mediterranean stew, soup kind of thing, and this is really kind of going in and seeing what's in the fridge. So sausage, be slicing those, sauteing them, and then chopping up the vegetables while the sausage is working, and then we'll season, add some cannelloni beans, or really kind of any white beans will work, and then a little more seasoning with rosemary and garlic. So there's the recipe. All right, let's get started. Let's get the pan going, get that heating up, and we are doing something a little different. We're just gonna see how long this takes. We're not battling the fighting the clock as much, but we're always fighting the clock. So I'm doing both sausages at the same time, save us a little time. Yeah, I do have to apologize. I have some kind of allergies or a cold, so if you hear me sniffing, I'm not dying. I'm just dealing with something. I'm not sure what it is. And also, Tino must be hungry because he's clipping around here. So if you hear little toenails, that is Tino. It's food time. He knows I'm not probably the best knifer in the world. So we'll just kind of pull these apart, and I got kind of in a hurry. I didn't cut these all the way through. So nothing wrong with slowing down and savoring a little cutting time. So what we're gonna do is let these saute. We'll start working on the veggies. Looking at the hardest. Turn that down a little bit from high to more of a medium. And I do not have a spatula, so we're going to do things a little differently here. Just use a spoon.
Want me to go grab one?
Yeah. Sausage are in, and just spread them out so as many of them are touching the pan as possible. That's going to add a lot of nice flavor. You might not want to put your fingers in the pan, but my fingers are dead from cooking for so many years. Now let's go to the vegetables. While those are working, we can work on something else. And this is kind of a thing that you could just go into the refrigerator and see what's in there. It's kind of like the minestrone soup if you want. The main kind of Tuscan elements of this are basil, rosemary, and some, I'm gonna add some fennel, and then garlic. So we have those chopped. And the smaller the pieces, the quicker it cooks. So if you want this to be a little faster, some people will take the little nubbins out. That doesn't bother me a bit. So that's fine with me. And, oh my gosh. I found this in the back of the vegetable drawer, and it's just perfect to throw in a stew. Kind of an old zucchini. And Tino wants some zucchini, obviously. I'm gonna cut this into fourths. Still good, still a lot of nutrition. And then while we're waiting for that, let's kind of give these a stir. Oh, Tino got a carrot. Let's just add our harder vegetables, but these take longer to cook. And we'll add our zucchini and kale at the end. You can hear that sizzle, means our pan's good hot. Tanya threw one is trying to make a jailbreak out back in the pan. Out of the pan into the, out of the frying pan in the fire. So out of the frying pan, back in the frying pan, I guess. Perfect. All right, so let's move our zucchini, and we are at about 4 minutes. It's much easier to tell time just with a regular clock. I love it.
Alexa, stop.
Okay, we've got the kale going here, and I'm just going to peel it out. Some people take all these stems off. I'm okay with that. I usually cut it down to about there. It gets a little stringy from there. Hate to throw anything away that we can use for flavor or nutrition. And so here I'll just kind of cut down. And what we're going to do with this is essentially just kind of wilt it down. And I'm going to throw the lid on with probably a touch of water or bean juice and steam it kind of like wilted spinach you would do. Perfect. I'm going to also get our garlic ready, so you can just smash it down like that. Do a rough chop. Ready to go in the pan. They're quick, simple, easy, healthy soups that have a lot of flavor. I have the zucchini in. And let's add the beans. Like I said, this is a cannelloni beans. They're so wonderfully creamy. I love them, but really kind of any white bean could do. Or whatever you like, really. The Tuscan side of this is more just the flavoring than what's necessarily in it. I'm not sure if I want all the bean juice, so I'm going to strain it off. Actually, I am going to add all the bean juice. And a little extra water. And let's get this pan up to high and get everything hot. Seasoning wise, just a little basil. I usually put things in my hand to kind of get a measure and then toss them in. You can always add seasoning, but you can't take it away. So just something to think about while you're... We love fennel. Fennel is just a wonderful thing. And if you have fresh garlic, oh man, it just... And if you have fresh rosemary, that just adds another wonderful layer. Or if you don't like rosemary, don't add rosemary. It really comes down to what you like. Pepper as always. Salt, and I'm pretty liberal with salt. We don't really eat any processed foods. Some of the beans, some of those kind of basic canned stuff, but otherwise pretty salt-free diet. And I'm just going to add the kale right now. The pan's coming to a boil. I'll bring it down to a simmer. Okay, where are we at time-wise? Just about 10 minutes. I'm going to kind of push the kale into the liquid. Now you could just kind of keep stirring this and it'll wilt. But if you're wanting to add a little speed to it. So there's kind of the quick way of doing things and then the slower way. You could turn that down to low and just let that simmer for 15, 20 minutes and then add the kale at the end. But we're, you know, kind of fighting against this clock. So there's ways to do things, long ways and short ways. And so really kind of depending on your time. I know when I used to work downtown, I commuted 30, 50, 60 minutes a day each way. Everything was about speed. Now that I don't do that anymore, it kind of slows things down, but Tanya's hungry, so we're cooking it quick. Then we're gonna go take a walk after dinner. It's kind of drizzly outside. I'm looking out the patio window here, and you know, it's kind of nice to walk in the rain even. Coming from Kansas, I never would have said that, but been in the Northwest for 15, 20 years now, and you just kind of got to savor what you have. We'll be back when the soup is ready. All right, I think we're ready. Watch out for the steam, don't burn your face here. Oh, this is just wonderful. It smells great. You can smell that rosemary. While it was simmering, I did add a little more salt, so I tasted it. Add a little more salt, a little more basil, and a little more cracked black pepper. Let's get this in the bowl and get a final. So we're at 13 minutes for dinner. Good hearty. This would go really well if you wanted to add like some rustic bread, or you could add rice to this, or put rice. If you want to make it more of a stew, use less liquid. Sometimes you can add rice to it and it'll kind of thicken things up as well. Okay, this is hot. Wow, that is good. That just fended off the cold and the rain. I'm ready to go for a walk now, and I'm protected because of the soup. Thanks for joining us. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe. I'd love to see you in the next video. It's soup, 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 and some more soup. So if you like soup and warm food in a cold winter time, definitely join us. But as always, you know, this is all about you and quick, simple, easy, healthy meals to put on your table quickly, so you have more time to savor the things that you love and the people that you love. And we'll see you in the next video.